Hey y'all, how's it going? As you can see, well you can't see because I blocked the screen, but I have played this game before. I'll clip in some moments, where I was moved if I'm not moved the same way. This was actually the first Let's Play I ever recorded, but the audio quality was so bad. I was in my old camper and I had old mics and my setup, I was just basically shouting across the trailer. So the footage from that is not great. The audio is not great. So I love the game though, so I figured I'd just replay it, and I'll clip in some spots like I did with Undertale. Like I said, if the emotions don't hit me quite in the same way. So let me adjust this like I always have to. I could do a cool compilation of me moving the mic, but I never realize where it's at until I start recording, because I fade away. I have a way of swaying back and forth and all that shit. So without too much ado, we'll jump right into Firewatch. This game will have a much different meaning to me this time playing through it than it did last time, because I worked on fires this summer. So even watching it back shortly when Rachel and I were the old series, it was like, goddamn, I didn't know. I had no idea about any of this shit. Now I know intensely about this shit. So let's go. Oh fuck, I pressed continue. Don't worry about it, guys. Everything's great. Stop. Wish there was a way to bail out on the load, but there's not. Yes. All right. So now, here we go. Firewatch. I'll have to figure out how to frame my face without this, or with this pop screen here. That might be good. It won't cut off as much of my face. So, let's do a new game. Campo Santo, I would assume, but maybe not. In cooperation with Panic Incorporated. Boulder, Colorado, 1975. Love Colorado. Never really been to Boulder though. You see Julia. She's about your age, late 20s, laughing with well-dressed professors and grad students from nearby CU Boulder. You, Henry, are out drinking with your pals. You approach her. You are drunk. I would say you're pretty. Instead of, what's your major? I think. I'm looking at Rachel because she would know. You're pretty, she says coolly. You are not. You are a future hangover. What? He replied, confused. Someone should buy you a cheeseburger, she says. She flags down a waiter, and 1 week later, you are Julia's boyfriend. My backpack. I remember wanting to turn down the sensitivity last time, but I don't think I can. Nope. Load my gear into my big old red pickup truck. You date for over a year. She drives you absolutely nuts. It's great. I did look at Rachel. You move in. You share an apartment near the school with a view of the mountains. You two drink beers out on the deck. You drink beer just about anywhere. Life is good. You change that to weed. That's almost Rachel and I exactly what we did. She laughs. Julia wants to get a dog. It was me who wanted to get a dog. There's a scruffy, undersized beagle husky. Julia is in love. She wants to bring it with her to class. There's also intimidating but gentle-eyed German Shepherd. Nothing bad could happen to Julia while walking this dog. It's a badass. We're gonna adopt the Shepherd and name him Mayhem. Mayhem's an excellent dog. He loves wrestling with you in the park and goes with Julia on her runs. Even though he's too big to bring to school, Julia loves him all the same. Mayhem is a friend, child, and pet all rolled into one. 1979. You talk out on the deck. It's summer, 9:30, and the heat still radiates off the high desert. What do you think about kids? She asks. Kids? They're not very smart or good at much. I'm saying if you and I have a couple little idiots. That would be pretty good. In that case, we should probably get married. Yeah, I would like that, you say. These kids are going to be screwed up enough, it's probably for the best that their parents are hitched. You say she's absolutely right. She wants my money. Don't sign the prenup, Henry. Learn to live with bears. These kind of signs are all over the place for real. Like legit, it's just what it looks like when you roll up to a trailhead somewhere out. It's awesome. $19.80. It's a Thursday night and Julia is 4 hours late. She doesn't call. You're worried and getting angrier by the minute. She walks in after you've gone to bed. She's not quite drunk, but she's clearly been having a fun time. You fight when she gets between the sheets. I ignore her. That's what I do, usually. You don't touch each other all night. The next day, we don't do this. The next day, you feel guilty for being so angry and ask her about her evening. She says it was great. You hold on to a tiny pill of resentment. You make some coffee and go to work. Also, Rachel doesn't go out. 1981. Julia still likes... I said you don't go out. Julia still likes to draw. She draws plants from her research. She draws all the places you go. She draws you. You pose and flex like a He-Man, or you frolic like a Victoria's Secret model. Easy. Frolicking. Julia was right. You are very pretty. It's such a pretty game. It's like got the weird like cell shade design or whatever, but it's so gorgeous. The sound design, the birds. $1982. During the summers, you and Julia enjoy walking Mayhem at night. There's a festival in town. It brings in folks from faraway places. One of them tries to mug you with a knife. Mayhem runs away. Made me move, fuck the dog. Julia yells. She gets flustered and has trouble speaking when she's stressed. You confront the attacker. I scare him away. I don't want to be his goddamn face in. You reach into your pocket like you got a gun and threaten to kill him. He managed to scare all three of you. He runs away. Julia asks you to take a different path from that day forward. You say okay, you don't want to go that way either. From then on, you walk by the river. 1984. Plans to have kids get waylaid by work. Julia gets offered a job at Yale. Yale is in Connecticut, 2,000 miles away. It's a great job, associate department chair. She wants to move. You absolutely do not. I would agree if she commutes back and forth. That's what she really wants to do. You ask her if she'll commute back and forth. You don't want to move to Connecticut. She says that'll be hard, but she'll do it if you won't move. You tell her not to pass it up if it's what she wants. She agrees. She flies back to Boulder 3 times each semester. 1985. Julia is sent home from Yale on paid leave after having an episode. She lost it on a colleague for borrowing books that were important to her research. She didn't remember she had happily loaned them to him just 2 days prior. She was found crying in the stairwell. You say that maybe you guys should talk to someone about it. You make macaroni and drink wine and try not to forget about it. Talk to somebody for sure. After seeing multiple doctors and having many tests, they are worried that Julia might be suffering from early onset dementia. She's 41. You both decide to keep it a secret for now. 41 is early. Picture Julia draw. Does suck in the beginning. Mayhem is getting older. He's got silver hair down his back and slows down at night. God, when my dog gets hurt, man. You and Julia walk him in the bar to see your friends, and it feels like nothing has changed. Julia goes back to university. 1987. Julia's affliction gets worse. She can't remember things in class. Her research is in shambles. She drives her car to the next town over for no particular reason and has to be brought home by the police. She's devastated. She's sent home on permanent medical leave. Some days you get the Julia who calls you a dope and your unborn children little idiots. Other days you get a stranger. She pulls you into bed to make love. After 5 minutes, she goes into a panic, believing her dad is at the door. You tell her family they are crushed and begin to make trips to and from their home in Australia to visit her. For a while, your friends come by with little things to brighten the day. She gets worse. $1988. You spend your days following Julia around the house. You count the seconds between the 2 daily visits from Daniel, the nurse. He suggests that Julia could live somewhere else, somewhere with 24-hour care, a home. It sits with you for a couple months. You decide to move her into a full-time care facility. You want to take care of her by yourself. I guess after a couple months, I'm gonna move her to a full-time care facility. Because if the nurse is suggesting it, I'm presumably not doing a good enough job. For those of you who don't know or haven't had me talk about it in a different stream or... Oh, hold on. Her family agrees with your decision. You find a fantastic place in Boulder and move her there. You see her every day, then every other day. You go out to the bar with your old friends. It's not the same. You get the feeling that every wife tells her husband, if you ever put me in a home like Henry did, I will cut your balls off. You slowly decide to not see your old friends that much. 1989. Julia's sister Susan moves to Boulder to be close with her. She visits her every day. You go with her some of the time. Susan buys you an old typewriter and urges you to use it if you won't see a therapist. You won't. You've always really liked Susan. Uh-oh. Okay. Just like months go by. Mayhem dies. Julia doesn't remember him when you tell her. Sometimes it takes her a minute to lock in on you. In the back of your mind, you believe it's because you see her less and less, and seeing her less and less makes her forget you more, you think. Summer is coming and you see an ad in the paper for a job. You take it. I don't need to cut in any footage, I don't think, from the last game. Um, so for those of you who don't know, dementia is running rampant in my family. It has. But I think it's particularly more, a lot's been going on with it lately, so it's extra. When it happened back then, it was like my, only a few of them. Now it's a lot of them, so. Anyways, great opening. Good job, Firewatch, and we're off. Yeah, go ahead. It's beautiful. Like I said, even though it's got like the cell shaded stuff, it's gorgeous. I love this.
Hello, Two Forks Tower.
Oops.
Two Forks Tower, this is Thoroughfare Tower. Come in.
Oops, okay.
Hello? Whoever this is?
It's Henry, right?
Yeah.
I'm Delilah.
Yeah, that's what the guy said on the phone.
So, what's wrong with you?
Excuse me?
People take this job to get away from something. So, what's wrong?
What's wrong with you?
That's a great idea. Go ahead.
Look, I just hiked for 2 days, so I don't really follow whatever it is you're doing right now.
You take a stab at what's wrong with me.
Fine, then can I sleep forever?
Sure, buddy. Okay, now go ahead.
You killed 3 ex-husbands. Those are all bad choices. I'll take the least
three
abrasive.
husbands. You're a black widow, and you're just out here until the heat dies down, and then you'll kill again.
Ooh, very good. Bravo, Henry.
Okay, I sleep now?
Not quite. Now you.
Okay, good night, bye.
Let's see. I don't know anything about you. I say you got fired from your job and have finally decided to write your novel. That's the sort of bullshit reason you'll find a man out in the woods.
Good night.
Welcome to the job.
Day 1. Day 0 was exhausting.
Good morning, Henry. Well, I guess good afternoon. You probably slept like a rock. Anyway, there's still a few hours of daylight to get some work in. I can see you at your desk, so call me when you're ready.
I have a tendency in real life, like when I worked on the fires this summer, to just keep a thing in my hand, to keep the radio in my hand at all times. Probably from when we were back at Michigan State. We used to have the fucking walkie-talkies.
Hey, sorry, guess I slept in.
You got a relaxing, 14 hours of sleep? Whew.
Yeah, Jesus, I guess it's 6?
6:45.
Whoops.
Don't worry about it. That hike puts everyone out of commission for a day or two. But now that you're up, let me quickly get you acquainted with the job. There's a thing in the middle of your room with a round map on it. Do you see it?
I do.
Okay, yeah, I see it.
This is the Osborne Firefinder, invented in 1914 by W.B.
Osborne?
You use this to spot, you guessed it, What the fuck?
What is it?
Nothing. You use this to... Oh, fuck me!
Good God, language, lady.
Out your west-facing window. Are you seeing what I'm seeing?
West-facing window.
Are those fucking fireworks?
Where? Oh, yep, they are.
Whoa, that's not legal, right?
No. You need to get down there right now and stop them. Fire danger is through the fucking roof.
Is that really my job?
Your job is whatever I say it is. Look, the closest ranger is like 2 days away. Go down there and set him straight.
Do I write him a ticket?
Easy there, Dirty Harry.
Well,
Get going. You'll probably need a rope to get down the shale between you and the lake, if I remember right. There should be one in the supply box on the way. The code is 1234. It's actually that for all of them.
secure.
Shut up.
All right. And for those of you who look at this game right now, and you look at the landscape, no green, see all the brown down there, and you say things like, "Who would light fireworks at a time like this? Who could be that stupid?" I promise you, we just left a place where people were lighting off fireworks after a 500,000 acre fire burnt the whole place we lived. So, never doubt the stupidity of people. And burning their trash, yeah. Burning their trash and slash piles and shit. You got terrible fires and people are like, "Oh, the fire danger dropped by a percentage today. It's a perfect day to burn my fucking Playboys." Nobody burns Playboys. I don't even know if Playboys are real things anymore. Here's the cash.
So are there a lot of these out in the woods?
Yeah, we got them all over the Shoshone. It saved us a lot of back and forth from the trailhead. Don't take all the good stuff.
Yeah, all right. Hey, I found a note to a guy named Ron from some guy Dave.
That's probably Dave Gaskell. He's completely nuts.
Is that right?
Harmless, but yeah, one of those, fall off the grid and eat ants for a week type. Totally fucking cuckoo. Which is kind of what the job attracts.
People just stuff these things with old food? That's how you get bears.
Those boxes are bear proof. I wouldn't worry about it.
Whoops. I tried to put it back, but I couldn't. I'm gonna eat it. Alright, what's this say? Hey, man.
Do people lose their shit doing this job? There's a note that says a guy just left his post.
It happens, yeah. You're not gonna pop your top, are you, Henry?
I wasn't planning on it.
They're bear proof until I don't lock the box back up. Alright, it was west. My compass is what button again? Compass! What button? What button are you? Oh, there we go. Okay, west. Put it away. Henry. Oh, lower map. Okay. I don't see it, but I hear it. Oh, there it is. We got a shale slide down here. Take it easy, take it easy. Rappel. I'm gonna rappel down the side.
No, no, no! Oh.
Ouch. I have that old rope. I need a mountaineering rope. Report climbing accident is ow.
Hey,
What the hell's wrong with you?
my rope snapped coming down the shale slide.
You didn't break anything, did you?
No, I think I'll make it.
Well, be careful for Christ's sake.
Fireworks stopped.
Wow, there's a big rock outcropping down here near the lake. It's really something.
Yeah, makes for good camping. There used to be a group of guys who would boulder out there a couple times a year.
What happened to him?
Dunno, just stopped coming out.
Finding a bunch of empty beer cans. They threw them all over hell.
The idiots down at the lake?
Yeah, them. I just found where they're hanging out.
Clean them all up. Gotta keep the park clean, you know?
What do you know? People with shitty manners drink shitty beer.
What, you don't like a cold Musqua Light on a hot day?
No, I do. But then again, I didn't say my manners were any good. Better than these fucking litter bugs, though, that's for sure. They left their packs tied up here.
Don't fuck with them. The last thing we need is some hikers filing a report about harassment.
Oh, look, they decided to have a campfire, too.
You know, they color-coded the fire danger signs in case people were illiterate. But I guess that doesn't take into account just plain stupid, does it?
It certainly does not, Delilah. Stomp it out.
Oh, shit. Ferret are Irish.
Oh, no, wait. I didn't mean to do that. I accidentally stole their beer. These fucking girls will be loaded up. Do I have an inventory screen? Can I drop something that I just... Doesn't look like it.
Well, they left their clothes out to dry. It looks like 2 people. What if they're naked?
Won't that be exciting? Look, they're obviously still there, so tell them off and then head back.
I found a bra.
A nudie pyromaniac. Remain professional.
There are, panties?
There are what?
I don't want to say that word again.
Why, 'cause you're 12?
There's ooh.
Yes?
There are 2 naked ladies out here.
Can you handle that?
Come on, I like naked ladies, same as anyone, but there's, you know.
2?
Yeah.
I know this will be tough for you, but try to pick your tongue up off the ground and do your job.
Okay. I found them in the lake.
Skinny dipping.
Yeah.
Is that a guy over there?
Oh boy. Enjoy dealing with that.
Uh-oh. Teens, they are drunk.
You gotta take it easy with the fireworks, all right?
You ought to take it easy at the Sizzler buffet. Chelsea? What? He's just some loser out in the woods. I mean, he's grody.
You don't know a damn thing about me.
We know you're a peeping Tom. How long have you been standing over there?
Oh my god, is that what you are?
Oh my god.
Ew. Can we just get out of here?
Ew, totally.
You're gross.
You're just some sad man out in the woods.
Okay. I won't stop your music. I didn't.
Hey, that go okay?
It went fine. Hopefully there won't be any more trouble.
Good. Thanks for going down there.
You alright, Rachel?
Yep.
Okay, I gotta get back to the fire. I want to look out. Oh, I can't go.
Hey, I'm back near that big rock outcropping, but not sure how to get back.
I'd head west, back towards the lake, and then turn north towards the canyon.
West towards the lake and then north towards the canyon. Okay. Can do. So Thunder Canyon is where I'm headed. Okay. She did say go back towards the lake, but fuck her, you know what I mean? Rachel's stomach went when I said that. Is that a raccoon? It is.
There's a critter out here. A raccoon.
I can't understand you.
Because I'm whispering.
Because you're whispering.
What do you guys think I should do? Should I go touch the raccoon? Should I?
Pears, pears, pears! Yes!
She's playing
What the hell?
cards.
I'm doing a crossword and I figured out the theme. It's homonyms.
Oh.
Pears, pears, pears. The clue was couples peeling fruit. Anyway, hope you're having a good afternoon.
Thanks.
You scared a raccoon off. Okay, so that just took me back to the meadow. Alright, so I guess I do have to go back to the lake. She was right. Guess you listen to the lady who knows the woods, huh? That's how you get lost in the woods when you're a young boy in the middle of the Upper Peninsula. It's not listening to people who know what they're doing. As an example that has no relevance to my life. It's just an example of something that could happen to somebody. Alright, let's see. Two Forks Fire Lookout. Oh, the sign right there that says Two Forks. That's the way back. I don't want to go that way. Why would I hop over that log? Instead of just going this way around it. How do I look at my map again? There we go. Catch 305. I don't want to run into those girls again because they're assholes. So I'm going to just go this way. Get back to my lookout and then we'll handle tomorrow. Be my little baby. I know that's not the song that was on the radio, but that's what it reminded me of. Listen to this little stream. Excuse me. I didn't do that on purpose. My stomach just chose the time when...
So, I have a bit of a confession to make.
Uh-oh.
What is it?
Look, I was drunk last night when I welcomed you to the job.
Yeah, well, you're not the first boss to be guilty of that.
I know, I know I can get a little pushy, you know, putting you on the spot about why you're out here and stuff.
It's fine.
I'll keep that sort of a thing to a minimum. Anyway, let me know when you get back to your lookout.
Oh, I can see my tower from far away.
Yeah, we experimented with hidden underground towers for a while, but we weren't really happy with the results.
Oh, she's such an asshole.
You did not.
No, we didn't. Anyway, happy hiking.
Henry sort of reminds me of my cousin Richie. Like the way he response to sarcasm is hilarious. Ooh, storm.
Hey, I heard some thunder.
Yeah, I've got eyes on a storm out to the north.
Well, that's bad,
Yes.
right? Because of the
Yes.
lightning?
It just means we'll be busy. Hurry home and try not to get hit by lightning.
I got hit by lightning when I was 9 years old, so I'm safe. It's not going to strike twice and all that.
Well, there was an old lookout named Roy Sullivan who got hit by lightning 7 times.
I don't like the sound of that.
Yeah, well, if it makes you feel any better, it wasn't what killed him.
What killed him?
Suicide. Would you believe?
Jesus Christ. Hey, can you check my computer, Rachel? What's it doing? This is still just processing.
There's a
Just
horn or
wiggle it.
antler or whatever.
Well, antlers are made of bone, and horns are made of the same stuff as your fingernails.
I guess this is a bone.
Antler. A ranger must have found it this spring.
I found a flashlight.
There's one in there? Great. Well, the sun's gonna go down soon, so if the batteries still work, you're in luck.
Oh my god. I did I did that last time also, and I was like, I'm not gonna do that again. When he turns that flashlight on, I close my eyes.
What's in this cave down here?
In Thunder Canyon?
Thunder Canyon?
Hey, I didn't name it. But in the cave, I don't know, rocks. NFS tells people not to go too far in there. It's pretty dangerous.
So,
So I say, fuck it. You're a grown man, you can go where you want.
great. Used to go caving with someone back in Colorado. She loved it. Might be great to explore it sometime this summer. Hello? Oh!
Caving seems like it would be terrifying. Oh shit, that is a big storm over there. Rachel's over there watching Facebook shorts or whatever. And I'm like, what the fuck is that noise? I told you guys.
There's some guy out here.
Some guy? Wait, he's looking at you? Is he doing anything else?
I don't think so.
Henry, there's something someone should have told you about this area.
What is it?
It's outside.
Come on.
The whole thing. And people come and go as they please. It's madness.
Yeah, okay. I get it.
Look, bumping into someone in the middle of nowhere is part of the fun.
She's such an asshole. I love it. It's so funny. It's outside. He was like right up here, I think, somewhere. Oh, you can drop down. Best of Kiss Cam. That's what Rachel's watching right now. That baby just threw up, y'all. In the words of T-Wayne. I can't believe it. I need to start saying that more often. That'll be my new annoying thing to say.
Hey, you keep your lights on at night?
I'm doing a crossword puzzle. I do a lot of crossword puzzles.
Where the fuck is this taking me? Storms do set in super fast on the mountains. I had to get some Wawa. Oh, there's a trail close side. Uh-oh.
Damn it. Well, that trail isn't closed anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I took care of the blocked path. It was backbreaking, but, you know, anything for the service.
Well, thank you.
Anytime. Ah! I don't think there's any fictional character I hate more than Forrest Burns.
Henry, as an employee of the
Forest
Forest Service, that
Burns.
is treason.
Yeah, well, he really freaked me out as a kid.
He inspired me to spend the bulk of my 30s keeping the wilderness safe.
A shrink would have a field day with you.
Thanks, Mom.
What kind of name is Forrest Burns anyway?
Well, that would be a pun, Hank. A glorious pun.
I went to junior high with a guy named Royal Butts.
Royal?
Butts.
I didn't think anyone had been named Royal since the 1850s.
Well, Royal's mom, Flo, was a bit of a trendsetter.
Flow.
Hello, Butts?
Flow
Oh, man,
Butts.
that's even worse.
Yeah, well, it's still better than Forrest Burns.
Speaking of flow butts, I found this outhouse.
So it's just the outhouse then, in terms of going to the bathroom?
You're a man, Henry. You can go wherever you want. Well, number one at least. And, full disclosure, I pee wherever I want as well.
Perfect.
So this generator is all the power I've got out here.
Yep, it doesn't go through much gas, and, well, you don't have much in the way of electronics, so...
What about my hairdryer?
Oh, I'm sorry. You might just have to make peace with frizzy locks.
I could never.
What can I do for you?
Well, my typewriter is on the ground, outside of my tower.
You right?
Yeah, look, the wind? No. How the hell...
You should get inside.
Fuck me.
There's somebody up there, though. I'll hit him with my typewriter, I guess. Oh, shit. Just fuck that typewriter.
Someone broke in.
Hey, what?
They wrecked the place. Threw my typewriter out the window. Motherfucker.
Holy shit. I'll let the Forest Service know what happened.
Birds of Wyoming. Death strikes at 2.
Okay, I put in a call.
That was fast.
Yeah, well, do you have any idea who could have done this?
I did probably piss off the girls at the lake. Ugh, fuck them.
Well, I'll have the Rangers keep an eye out for a couple of young women and question any they find. I can't believe someone would do this. I worry about bears and fires, and that's about it. And now I've got to worry about some, violent campers? Okay, in the morning I'm gonna call my friend Patty, who works the desk down in Cody. They keep a list of everyone who's officially been in and out of the trailhead since, I don't know, forever, and see if we can get a list of names. We won't get much, but at least if anything else happens, we can refer to it and see if anything comes up.
Thanks.
Bullshit.
I need you to feel safe out here.
Well, I sure don't now.
You will. I promise.
Day 2. Day 0 was emotional. Day 1, I got saw some naked ladies, and then got my thing destroyed. It's a pretty, I mean, it's an okay day, I suppose. Right?
Except they were teens.
Oh, yeah, they were teens.
Gross.
Bad day, bad day. Bad day all around, I meant.
Wake up. Hey, wake up.
My picture of Julia was on top of my hand.
I'm awake. I'm awake. What's your problem?
Our problem.
Sorry, our problem.
That storm knocked out the phone line I used to talk to the service, which means we're cut off. I tried radioing out, and that's not working either. I don't really know why that would be the case.
Can I go fix it?
Well, you probably can't, but what you can do is hike out to where the wire runs through your area and report back if it's down. Then I can track down a ranger to get someone on it.
Okay, I can do that. Where is it?
Remember that cave you hiked through yesterday?
Yeah, of course.
So you're gonna want to go back there, go through it, and keep going straight to the north when you come out.
Will do.
Thanks, Hank.
It's Henry.
What, you don't like Hank?
Yeah, I don't like Hank.
But thanks rhymes with Hank.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, alright.
Hanks, thanks. I mean, yeah, I mean, it kind of does. It doesn't not rhyme enough for him to definitively say, no, it doesn't. Right? Right, Rachel? Nothing. Alright, so I have to go back to the cave. Where's my outhouse? This way, right? I came up and around the stairs. Yep. Alright, so. It's a beautiful morning. I should be turning my generator off, actually. But I'm not gonna. Let's see if they're brave enough to punish me. Alright, Rachel. No, don't. I'm not talking. I'm just being stupid. And down we go.
Hey, I can see your tower. Suppose that means you can see me.
Yeah, well enough. You're at the canyon wearing the orange backpack, I presume.
Yep, that's me.
Also, you need a new barber.
Jeez, do you have the Hubble telescope over there?
Just kidding. You're just a little blob to me.
You wake up pretty early then, huh?
As soon as the sun comes up. Forest Service really frowns on us putting up curtains for some reason.
I just covered my head with my pillow. Seems to do the trick.
Wow. The forest could never burn down on your watch.
Can you see the communication wires from where you are?
I can see the poles, but I have no idea if the wire's in good shape or not. They run a good distance up to a spot called Beartooth Point. You just need to walk along them all the way up there and make sure everything's in ship shape.
Everything's in ship shape. Does that phrase make sense? Ship shape? I guess it's probably from like an old maritime standard of keeping things, I suppose.
Oh, it's actually pretty damn cold out here.
Roger that. Warms up fast. The mornings are cold in Boulder though, right?
Yeah, they are.
What did you get up to down there? I mean, what's life like?
I just spend a lot of time with Julia.
Oh, so you have someone there.
Well,
But you're taking a little break. Or...
we're...
Look, I'm sorry. Can you hold that thought?
Sure. Just gonna keep hiking and hoping it warms up.
Heyo. I don't think so. Why, have you? Okay, good. No, I don't think he has any idea.
Hey, your button is still down.
I'm absolutely sure.
Delilah, I can
Would
hear you.
All right. I'll let you know if anything changes in that
I
regard.
said I could... Wait, are you talking about me? Who are you talking
Hey,
to?
sorry about that. Anyway, Julia, girlfriend? Ex? Sorry, I don't mean to pry.
That would be my wife, Julia.
Oh, like your wife? Or like she's taken half my stuff wife?
My wife.
But you're here.
She's sick, and I shouldn't be here, but I am.
I'm sorry, Henry. What is it?
We'll get into it.
Okay. Well, in the meantime, you are here, and it's beautiful, and escaping isn't always something bad.
Yeah, sure.
Look, I gotta go do a thing, but I'll have a radio. Okay, call me if you need to.
I can see the wire you're talking about. It looks like it's in good shape from here.
We'll follow it up to the top of the trail if you can. You can head back as soon as you give me the all clear.
Got it. So we really can't reach anyone any other way than these wires?
What else do you suggest? Smoke signals?
Just seems dangerous.
Well, if they don't hear from me for a few days, they'll send someone out, but I'd rather it not come to that.
Okay. It's pretty. It's a nice day. Birds are chirping. Henry's not bitching about being cold, so...
Hey, I found a structure that might have been an outhouse once, I think.
Whoa, you don't need my permission to go to the bathroom, but, use abandoned shitters at your own peril.
I mean, I'm in the right area?
Yeah, the wire runs quite a ways north. Just follow it up to the point that I mentioned.
Huh. Found an old hat from a Korean War vet.
You'd be surprised how many former service members take this gig.
Well, makes sense.
I imagine if you've been through war, you probably can't get enough silence.
Yeah, no shit. I'm gonna take that hat.
Anything I should know about the cabin at the top of this hill? Hello? Okay, then.
Pretty cool. A ruined firefighter. So this used to be a lookout tower. Propane inside. Not a great idea. Wonder how it burned. She said it goes quite a way north, right? Yep, north. Oh yeah. This place is called Bear Point. What is this? It's a cash box. Okay. Pine cones. Boards, pine cones. Another note. I got your note about needing to talk. It's sorry I didn't track you down. Been looking for you all day. Figured to be out near the canyon helping those grad students, but I guess not. I don't even know how I could really help anyway. We're coworkers, you know, professional amigos. If you need someone to throw a case back with and go time traveling, Ron's your guy, but I'm not great with the life stuff. You get it. Later, Ron.
Hey, who are these guys, Ron and Dave? They're leaving notes for each other in the boxes. Is there any chance one of them was that guy I saw in the canyon? You know, the guy with the flashlight?
No, they're both rangers. They're not out here this season. I didn't really know him that well, but I always assumed the only thing Ron cared about was chasing tail and getting loaded. It's somehow comforting to know that he was able to keep up a correspondence with someone who wasn't going to send him a topless Polaroid.
A topless Polaroid. Oh, more beer cans.
Guess what?
What is it?
There's a bunch of empty cans up here.
Same as before?
Yep.
These fucking kids.
Why do you think they'd be up here?
Hell if I know, but they better have stayed away from our communication stuff.
Hey, so the wire is definitely down out here. I just found it.
That's actually good to hear. I can send someone out to fix it. Good find.
Yeah, the thing is, it doesn't look like the wind. It looks like it was cut deliberately.
I knew it the moment you said you found their trash. These idiots are gonna pay. Do they realize this is how people die? I mean, what if something happened to one of my lookouts while this was going on? And God forbid there's an actual fire burning out of control.
What do you want to do?
I want you to go find them.
And then what?
I haven't thought that far ahead. That's not true. Everything that comes to mind is illegal.
Let's hear it.
Oh yeah?
Hey, I came out here for a breath of fresh air and some adventure. What do you got?
I think I want you to just find them and scare the hell out of them.
Yeah, I'd make a spooky ghost costume, but they stole my sheets.
I don't know. Wait for them to wander off and wreck their camp. Something that would make a teenage girl run home to mommy and daddy.
I'll find them.
Thanks.
But I am gonna need a raise.
Don't hold your breath. I'd start by hiking back towards your tower and just keep an eye out for anything that would lead
I
you
thought I
to
saw a
them.
weird plume out there.
Well, they're big into Red Eagle.
Great. See if you can find the path they took down from there. Maybe they looped back around towards the lake or something. I doubt they're where they were yesterday, but they obviously can't have gone far.
Find their campsite, which was... Where am I? I'm here. I gotta make my way all the way back to the south, and then back through the canyon. Okay. Oh, well, they left a trail of beer cans that I picked up while I was coming down. Oh, I can't go back that way. Oh, yeah, I guess I have to go back that way, because There's nowhere for... Oh, right here. Yep. Okay. What's this way? West. So west, this would be south. I'm supposed to be following their trail. I'll come back if I don't see any beer cans.
I've got an overgrown trail here,
Yeah, that'll happen.
so I'm screwed when it comes to getting past it.
Screwed until you clear it yourself, yeah.
Great. Well, if I come across some tools, I'll add groundskeeping to my ever-increasing list of responsibilities.
These two are very sassy with each other. Sassy lassies and I don't see any beer cans this way though. I found the crushed one. Then I jumped down. Oh yeah, and then I guess they were here because they cleaned them up. I need to stop cleaning up the cans. I keep losing my trail. Be like if Hansel and Gretel laid out those breadcrumbs, and then some, you know, gluten-loving wolf came along and ate them. How would they ever know where they were going? Jonesy Lake. That's back where they were.
There's an abandoned pack out here.
And it's not one of the teens?
No, it looks like it was lost a long time ago.
Well, you could always pilfer it for supplies.
Brian Goodwin's backpack. Took a photo of myself.
Well, I am flush with ropes now.
In a row.
That pack was full of them, in decent condition, too.
That's lucky.
I mean, there's enough rope here that I could just leave them hooked up, I think. Oh, get this. This pack came with one of those cardboard single-use cameras.
With pictures left?
Yeah, he only used 3 or 4.
Neato.
Thank you, Brian Goodwin.
Wait, who?
The bag had the name Brian Goodwin sewn into the top.
Huh. Wow.
Do you know him?
Yeah, I just haven't heard that name in a few years.
He was a lookout?
Yeah, kinda, I guess. He was stationed in Two Forks, your lookout, with his dad Ned 3 summers ago. Great kid.
You can bring children out here?
No. You know, I'm not a stickler for rules. They took off halfway through the summer.
Why? Where did they go?
I don't know. I never really hit it off with old Ned, and, one day they were just gone. Sucks. Anyway, so it goes. Have, fun with that camera. Try not to snap anything that would scar a Photodome employee.
I don't know. I got a lot of hiking to do. Might get bored.
Well, I'm bored as rocks, so I'll keep you company while you find those girls, huh?
Copy the map info. Another note. Guess who's going out with Debbie next week? No, not that shitheel Steve. It's your man Ron. I went up to check out the new guy at Two Forks and heard him talking to himself more than usual. for lookouts, so I figured I'd stay away. Remember when you saw Chimney Rock having himself in that hammock? I'm starting to think having himself in that I'm starting to think the Forest Service only picks the deranged and perverted. Except for us, of course. We're the creme de la creme. Let's have a toast to Deb at the spot, Ron.
Someone found a fossil and put it in a cash box.
Could be the same person who left that antler.
And maybe they're leaving me an entire creature, piece by piece.
Is there a way to get up there where I'm at right now? Probably not. Well, those ropes are pretty fucking curiously hanging out there, aren't they?
Hey, Delilah?
What do you got? You found him?
No, not yet. Why would there be a fence out here?
Because sometimes hikers go ass over tea kettle when on a trail.
So the Forest Service would put up a big chain link fence?
A chain link fence?
Yeah, it looks like it surrounds a huge area.
Huh. That's weird.
Who are they keeping out of here? And why?
Geez, I don't know. Maybe it's biologists, you know? Well, they don't want people traipsing on their precious lichens.
What's a lichen?
Well, wouldn't you liken to know?
Oh my god, goodbye.
I'll ask next time I talk to someone, but that'll probably be a few days.
Oh. Smoke.
From this burned section of forest, I have no idea where to go. Their
No, I
trail
know
is
where to
pretty
go.
cold at this point.
You're out by Mule Point. No one would camp out in the fireweed. Well, I want you to stay out there as a favor to little old me.
My pleasure.
Okay, we know these young women are sloppy. They must have left some sort of trail.
What about the smoke column, y'all?
Did your wife's illness have anything to do with you taking this job, or did you just fall prey to the service's big recruiting push? When it comes to, you know, how the hell you ended up out here?
Sorry, I don't really know what you mean by recruiting effort.
Oh, after last summer. You know, budgets went through the roof, a lookout in every lookout for the first time in 20 years.
Last summer?
Oh, come on, you're from Denver, not Delaware. This was national news for Pete's sake.
Boulder. I'm from Boulder.
Same.
Right
diff.
there, yeah, same thing.
Oh, you're talking about that giant fire that probably caused some damage. Turned an entire jamboree of brownies to dust.
Brownies don't have jamborees.
Well, they should.
And you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, do you?
I do not.
Jeez. I mean, the federal government almost let Yellowstone National Park burn to the ground? Ring a bell?
Yellowstone is like, what, 15 miles away? Why would they do that?
Well, the short story is that for 60 years, we got very good at not letting forest fires happen. And then about 15 years ago, they decided that forest fires in wilderness areas like Yellowstone should be left to burn. So that's what they did. I can't believe you didn't hear about this. There were reports that the entire park was gone. Dan Rather telling the country that President Reagan didn't care on the nightly news. I mean, what the hell's he gonna do? Smoke jump in and snuff one out for the Gipper?
So what should they have done?
I don't even know. By the time the Yellowstone folks realized the little fires weren't gonna burn themselves out, 100,000 acres were gone. It's Yellowstone, you know? People don't want to touch it. But we touch it every single day. But hey, I got a 30 cents an hour raise because we can't have another fiasco. Like the goddamn park can burn down again.
Yeah, it sounds all
I see
familiar.
a really thin plume of smoke.
Yeah, I see it too. A thin plume like this is either a new fire or a campfire.
Campfire. You think it's them?
I reckon so.
It looks like it's to the southwest of me.
That's right. If you hike towards 5 Mile Creek, that should put you in the neighborhood. Keep an eye on that smoke plume. Let me know if it's getting any larger.
Will do.
5 Mile Creek. Yeah, this is basically the way that all the fire workers talk, is about how we used to put the fires out, now we don't anymore, and all that stuff. But then also, like,
What does she have?
She's got Alzheimer's, like dementia.
Whoa. How old was she?
Is she? She's alive. She's with her family in Melbourne, Australia. She's 43.
Fuck.
Yeah.
What was it like when you guys found out?
We were scared shitless. We went straight to the doctor after her first spell or whatever. They diagnosed her, and we were both just very scared. Can't really tell when Julia is scared. She just gets quiet. She was very quiet.
damn. And then the music comes just for you to kind of think about it all. We are in the like the pre-steps of getting involved in a dementia research study because of the generational effects that we've seen and has hit our family. So yeah, I mean, as you guys watch this, if you'd like to, you know, I guess donate to any dementia, Alzheimer's foundations, or, you know, even just familiarize yourself with the disease or whatever. It's pretty fucking, it's pretty wild. There's the old fire. Sorry. Okay, I'm almost there. Yeah, it, you know, my grandma had it. My Aunt Chris had it.
So, how'd you meet?
Met in a bar.
The birthplace of modern romance.
I stumbled over and told her she was pretty, and that was it.
Aw, you were brave.
I was drunk.
my aunts and uncles are getting it, and or have got it, and you know, it's something now that if you have a bunch of family members that go out, everything starts to become a question. You know, you notice little changes in people, and you're like, well, is this a disease starting now, or is this, just normal aging stuff? But if you've seen somebody who has Alzheimer's, dementia, it or hold on.
How many hikers go missing in the Shoshone?
More than none, unfortunately, with most of them being in this area. Yeah, the thoroughfare because it's so remote. Why?
I found an old flyer for a missing hiker. It just got me thinking, that's all. Like how you said one day you were talking to the Goodwins and then the next you weren't.
Ned Goodwin didn't get mauled by a bear or stuck in a ravine. He was just a PTSD'd a-hole who dragged his son out to do a job and realized it was a bad idea.
You really didn't like that guy, did you?
I don't know. I just had a hard time talking to him. I mean, there are lookouts who seriously won't shut up, who call me about every little thing that pops into their head. And then there are those who just want to be left alone. He was the latter.
And I'm the former, aren't I?
Well, I didn't want to say anything.
No, it's fine. I'll just drop my walkie-talkie into the river.
Oh, come on.
And you'll never hear from me again.
Finally, peace and quiet. Woohoo!
So...
Isn't your radio supposed to be in the river?
I couldn't bring myself to do it.
Well, I guess I'm stuck with you then.
Yeah. Hey, so did you mention something about Ned Goodwin having PTSD? That doesn't sound good.
Yeah, I don't know. He was in the army. He was off. It's actually the saddest story. He was only discharged because his mother, Brian's grandmother, died. She'd been taking care of him, and Ned was the only next of kin.
Damn. And you got to know Brian a little bit?
Yeah, I talked to him way more than I'd talked to Ned, that's for sure.
How was he at, spotting fires?
Better than you. He actually liked to stay in the tower.
You're having me walk around all over
Boy,
the
for
place.
as dry as it is this summer, there's an area down here that's lush.
Oh, you must be talking about the Aspen Grove down there.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
pretty.
I think that's where I am.
Those trees are actually one root organism. Did you know that?
I did,
didn't.
but
Yeah, they share their water as a colony that can live for hundreds of years, even through fire. Can you believe you're actually getting paid to learn all of these amazing things? Also, by what it looks like on this map, you'll be coming up on a stream that should lead you towards where we saw that smoke.
it is crazy that they all grow together like that. Sorry, hold on, y'all. I know the music's great, but I'm going to turn it down. Just because,
Found one of their empties. Guess we're on the right track.
Roger that.
It's a really nice waterfall down here. Given those girls love a skinny dipping, I bet they're nearby.
Yeah.
There's some cloth out here. It
Be a
looks
nice
like it was
place to
torn
skinny
from
dip.
something.
I've never done that before.
Strange.
I'll keep looking around.
Because I'm a good Christian boy.
Found another.
Roger that.
She doesn't need to know about all the beer cans, bro. Sorry. Where's that column of smoke? There it is.
I see a campsite, and it looks like they've got a fire.
Is it them?
No, it seems like it. I swear, they must have dragged 4 cases of beer out here.
Track them down, and don't let them see you.
What a job this is. I have entered the teen zone.
Oh, really? And where's that?
It's the name of a magazine for girls. It's on the ground here at their camp. Huh, pants are back.
I'm sorry, pants are back?
Well, according to the experts at Teen Zone magazine. It's unclear where they've been. The pants, I mean? Well, I found some dangerous hunks.
What on earth are you...
It's another one of those magazines. I don't get why the hunks have to be so dangerous.
Well, you're clearly not a young woman.
Girls should want nice hunks.
Ugh, boring.
These girls have a full case of beer left here. A full case.
Well, they're impressive little shits, I guess.
That is some dedication.
Okay.
Ah, found my sheets.
So they did break into your tower.
Looks like.
Or whoever. These assholes. Those are my sheets. I love how it just says that as an exclamation point. Oh shit.
Their tent looks like it's been through the shredder, which would explain that scrap I found.
What could have done that? Like a bear or, I don't know, it sounds crazy, but even a bull elk if it's off its rocker.
Whatever did it, did not hold back.
You've got that camera, right?
Some of their clothes are all torn up.
That's not good.
Okay. Got a couple of photos, evidence. Hold on.
Looks like someone left a
finishing
note.
right in the campsite.
Intriguing. Maybe you should read it.
Okay, yeah.
Let me know what it says.
Oh, they're gone for sure.
Well, what's it say?
Threatening to call the police because they think I attacked them.
Oh my god, well, did you?
No, well, hey, I didn't do this. Okay, someone or something went to town here, but it wasn't me.
Because I told you to scare them, not assault them.
Yeah, I took their whiskey back at the lake, but that just felt like, I don't know, the cost of doing business.
That's different, okay? And I don't blame you.
This is, I don't know, weird as hell, but it wasn't me.
It's okay. I believe you. Weird stuff happens in the woods. It could be other campers. They could be having a bad mushroom trip. We really don't know. But they're gone. There's no way to call the cops. They're not coming back. And we can get to work. I'd really like to start enjoying a quiet summer.
Yeah, me too.
Day 3. Fun boards downstairs to patch the window, okay?
Hey, Henry?
Yeah,
What do you look like?
why are you asking?
Because I'm horribly superficial.
Do you know
Raleigh
Raleigh Fingers?
Fingers.
He pitched for the A's?
No.
Well, I'm the spitting image of him.
Oh, wait, is he the guy with the snidely whiplash thing going on from the 70s? Ooh, my dad loved him.
Yeah, that's him.
That mustache. Now you have my attention.
Okay.
Okay, well, that gives me a good start. Now let's see. In my scope, I can only tell you're a white guy wearing shorts.
It's hot.
That sums it up.
Maybe, by the way, I'm not white. It's not very, PC or whatever they say.
Oh my god, you are the whitest man. Wow. I don't need a spotting scope for that. And if not shorts, then what do you normally like to wear?
Clothes. I don't really think about it.
Oh, come on.
I got a sweatshirt I like. Good jacket I got at the Buckle Barn.
Ooh, I love the Buckle Barn.
Just one of those brown ones, you know.
I do. Now tell me about your face. I'm looking at you across the bar. What do I see?
I have a thick beard.
Pretty thick beard.
Oh, have you always had a beard?
For a while, yeah.
All right, perfect. I want to know about your eyes.
Get out of here.
I'm drawing you. I need to know.
You're what?
Is that okay? Don't answer. I'm gonna do it regardless.
Fine.
Fair enough.
Your eyes, tell me.
They're happy, I think. I mean, I've been told they look happy.
Julia told you that, huh?
Look, I don't know how to describe eyes.
Happy is good. That's good. Okay, got it. Thank you, Henry.
You get what you need?
Absolutely.
All right. I guess it's time to fix the window. I guess I'm gonna fix it from out here. We went up to a Firewatch tower.
I got that window all patched up. So, what should I do now? What's next?
What's next? What do you think is next?
Well, you've been the one giving me tasks for 2 days straight.
What's next is you sit in that room until September 1st and call me at the first sign of smoke.
Oh, yeah.
Why don't you let me know when you're mentally prepared for that task and I'll give it to you.
Okay, I think I am ready to tackle my long-term commitment of keeping this national forest safe from total destruction.
I am glad to hear you've really thought this through.
Of course.
We've issued you a comfy chair to sit in and everything.
You know, it's not really that comfy. I mean, it's wooden and there's no padding. I think I actually got a splinter in my thigh this morning.
Aww. Well, regardless, take a seat. The forest depends on you.
Day 9. Yeah, we took a hike up to, it was Hagar Mountain. The Hagar Lookout. It was pretty cool. There's a lady up there.
Having a nice afternoon?
Oh, it's beautiful.
I might never leave.
Well, I called with some bad news.
Uh-oh.
2 young women, Chelsea Stevens and Lily McLean, were reported missing. They've got parents out in California who haven't heard from them in a week. They were supposed to meet an aunt down in Cody. If they're the girls from last week, then you're probably the last person to have seen them.
You should tell whoever that I'm happy to be questioned.
Look, it's not going to be an issue. I mean, if they turn up dead, then maybe. Should I just not say anything and save us the trouble?
think it's worth mentioning.
I think it's worth mentioning something.
Yeah. I'll keep it vague. I really don't want to talk to the cops.
Me neither.
All right, Henry, thanks. Enjoy the sunset.
It was beautiful.
Henry? Henry, wake up. Get out of bed and pick up the radio.
What do you want?
Hey, you big dumb idiot.
Hi, Jules.
Oh, you sound tired.
I am.
Are you having a nice time?
Sure. Are you? Everything good there? Jules?
What? Oh, sorry, Henry. Yeah, I'm good.
Well, that's good.
Well, I'll let you get back to sleep then.
Okay, Jules.
Delilah seems nice.
Sure.
Bye, baby.
Man, he's very short. Very short with Julia right there. Could you do me a favor, Reggie? Oh no, I'll get it when they die. I'm gonna have to grab my other headphones. These ones are almost dead. But I'll
Is it
just
too
no,
much
no,
of
no.
a pain
You
in
got
the ass
something
to bring
on you.
supplies all the way up to our towers?
Well, I get my stuff hand-delivered.
Oh, how's that work?
It's the perks of a decade of service.
It's okay.
You're out hiking in 90-degree heat, and I get to do crosswords. Isn't life miserably unfair? Anyway, when you find the supply drop, remember it's not just for you, okay? Other lookouts, biologists, a few people get their food there, and I don't want to have to call in for more. There should be loads of good stuff, though. Beans, prunes, jerky. You know, my sister eats 6 prunes a day. 6. She's, like, really precise about it. She'd be great at this job if she didn't need
Thank you.
wheelbarrows full of marijuana to function.
Me too.
So,
Wheelbarrows.
Like 2 weeks ago, you called me in the middle of the night. You were sleeping, I guess, and
Uh-oh.
all I heard was the name Jules through the mumbles. I just thought it was so sweet. I wanted to wake you up, but then I thought maybe you were having a nice conversation and I'd just be spoiling it. I hope you're doing okay, you know, when it comes to her.
I shouldn't be out here.
Yes, you should.
No, I just ran away from my problems.
No, you didn't. We all fuck up. Look. So, a couple of months before I took this job, I was with this guy, Javier. Ugh, he's incredible, caring, sexy as hell. He was a driller down in Casper. We dated for almost 5 years. I was working with the Wyoming Outdoor Leadership School, and I was obsessed with it. I wanted to be an instructor so badly. And I was sure I was going to marry Javier as soon as I could be bothered. Walls was also a good excuse to get out of town, drink whiskey in the mountains, cut loose. Then, Javier's brother got killed working in Gillette, and
Oh shit.
for some reason, I didn't come home. Javier said it was fine. He'd go to the funeral, take care of his mom, stuff like that. It'd be easier solo. When he came back, he left me. I came out here. I lied and told my sister he fucked our neighbor. I've just lied about it for over 10 years.
Damn.
And, for some reason, I wanted you to know. I figured you've told me so much about you, so, you know, there's something about me. We
Well, that's
both
nice.
fucked up.
Sorry to hear that. It's a drag.
Well, I hopped down a drop and now I can't climb back up.
Oh, no, I didn't.
That is a pickle.
I can just keep hiking, but I figured I should let you know in case I get myself trapped out here.
How adventurous of you.
I've been doing a lot more climbing out here than I expected.
Well, keep your radio charged. I'd hate to one day find a skeleton with an orange backpack at the bottom of a ravine.
Where am I? Thoroughfare Lookout. You take a detour. Maybe a nice overlook. Oh, look at this.
Hey, I'm out at a ravine. What's this thing that spans across it?
That is how you get to my sector.
No kidding. Well, let me hike over.
Well, it's locked up and mainly for emergencies. I've never actually used it. Rangers use it from time to time, but that's it.
Help! Oh, God, it's an emergency!
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got eyes on a tornado. I gotta get out of here.
A tornado in the heart of the Rockies?
Yes!
Holy moly, I need to call this in. Tom, Two Forks sees a tornado. He says he needs an evac into my sector. It's a meteorological impossibility. There haven't been tornadoes in the greater Yellowstone region in 100 million years. You're gonna need him to stay and take a detailed personal account, even if it means giving his life. Okay, I'll tell him. Sorry, Hank. No dice.
Man.
She's so dramatic.
All right, I got everything I need out of here. Time to chow down.
Just yours, right?
Who do you think I am?
Yeah, just mine. Delilah. You bitch! Day 64. Been a nice summer so far. We're 2 months into the year.
You've got
Oh,
a front row seat for what might be the biggest fire of the year.
Yeah, it's really going.
I'm gonna call it in. They'll send in a hotshot crew for some suppression, but I bet we'll be stuck with her for the rest of the summer. And she doesn't have a name yet. I usually think of something funny or something practical or a little risque when coming up with them. But why don't you do the honors? So, no ideas, huh?
Delilah's a nice name.
No, you big dummy.
I was kidding.
No, you were not. You're sweet, but we can't call it the Delilah Fire.
Okay, what then?
How about my middle name, June?
The June fire. Even though it's July.
I like it. So there's this creek down the hill, and, you know what my favorite thing to do is?
What's that?
I love to take a bottle of whatever I have on hand, plunge it deep into the water, and let it chill in there all day. And then, on nights like tonight, when it is so disgustingly hot, I have something nice and cool to drink. I learned that from my sister in Santa Fe. She'd do that with a bottle of tequila near her house and make margaritas the size of your head. You'd like it there.
I've had one too many bad experiences with tequila. A little reticent to try it again.
Well, maybe you just need a new, good experience with it.
Yeah, maybe.
Are you looking at the fire?
No, I'm not.
You should.
Yes, I
Let me
was.
know when you are.
Okay, I'm looking at it again.
I love how they look at night. During the day, it's just smoke, but when the sun is down, you can just get lost.
It's true. I came home from the actual fire. We were working on the bootleg fire. I came home and the guys that were in the park with us were just sitting in lawn chairs looking at it. So it comes out at night.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're here.
Me too.
Good. I don't talk to the other lookouts as much as I talk to you. Not in the same way. I know it's probably been a while since you've connected with someone the way we have. I don't mean to get all heavy, but it's been really nice. I wish I was over there.
I wish you were too.
We could sit outside. We could talk without these radios. We could, you know.
This part is so awkward, but last time
What? What could we do?
Well, let me tell you.
Oh, day 76. Last time I didn't choose that option. I just told the dots. And also, whatever happened between this time and last time my fire was called the Flapjack Fire.
You're going fishing without
Let's
a
call it the
license?
June Fire. Delilah
It's one
June.
fish, and I'm sick of all the stuff I got to eat.
No, I won't tell anyone you're a poacher. That reminds me, I keep hearing reports from Fish and Game about a problem bear they're trying to keep tabs on. Can you search around the lake for fresh tracks and just let me know what you find? There was a crew burning fire lines out to the east, and, you know, I think sometimes it riles up the wildlife.
Problem bear? Fuck that. I am of the opinion that they are all problems.
Come on, please.
Yeah, it is
Can't
true.
believe
They
I'm
are
gonna
all
leave this
problems.
planet as a pile of bear shit.
Thank you, Henry.
Yeah.
Burning fire lines. When a fire is going, sometimes you burn sections of the forest to reduce the fuel that it has to burn. So they'll get out in front and do controlled burns in front of the fire. I didn't know any of this the first time I played. How do I take my fishing pole back out? That's not it. Did I drop my fishing pole? Oh well. Ooh, look at this nice little place. I know where I'm supposed to be going, by the way. I just came out here to see if there's any little secret stuff. Ooh, an old sweater. And the Fourth Estate. Let's read this. Got some bad news back home, so hopefully they let me out of here for a while. Who's to say, though? Budgets being what they are. Did you get my note about what went down in Wapiti? Sheriff isn't too pleased with me, but I don't know. I probably overdid it. Wish you would have been there. I guess you must have got hung up. Amigos is Spanish and Professionales is Italian. Yes. Okay. Let's see what's in the in this region now. Just the cache. Looks like there's a stream that goes off to the west. Oh, I can't follow it. It goes up that hill. It's pretty. All right. There we go. And
What the? D, I found a clipboard down here, and there's something strange going on.
At the lake? What's up?
Someone has written down what we said to each other, have been saying.
That doesn't make any sense.
I don't talk to the other lookouts as much as I talk to you, not in the same way.
No way.
Wait, hold on. Something's out here.
Henry?
towards the
worried.
canyon.
You didn't find and eat any mushrooms, did you? I mean, they can be fun, but also, you know, devastating. Regardless, just let me know, okay, buckaroo?
I found a walkie-talkie out here, too.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Henry? Are you there? What happened, Henry?
Holy hell, I got hit in the head. Punched or something by someone.
Oh, I should
Are
have
you
taken
serious?
a picture,
What the hell
damn
is
it.
going on out there?
I don't know. Jesus Christ.
Let me get this straight. You found a clipboard with, what, transcripts of our conversations? What else is on it?
I don't know. It's gone, along with the radio of theirs. Somebody out here could have just killed me, Delilah.
What the fuck is going on?
What's Wapiti Station?
I don't know.
I saw the name Wapiti Station right before I was cold-cocked. Does Wapiti Station mean anything to you?
Wapiti Meadow. Maybe it's Wapiti Meadow. It's on our maps. It's not too far from where you are right now. It's where you saw that damn fence. It's north of the lake. It looks like there should be a trail somewhere on the north shore of Jonesy Lake.
I'll start hiking that way now. God damn it, my head.
Are you sure you saw what you saw, Henry? Maybe you pissed off some more campers and they came back to sucker punch you. This just seems like a misunderstanding or something.
There are people listening to our conversations. The person or these people were hiding in the bushes down here. What the fuck, D?
I don't know, Henry. This sounds crazy.
Yeah, and you're not the one who just saw our words on a clipboard out in the middle of nowhere.
Those words were from 2 weeks ago.
I know they were. So what's to say that they don't have transcripts from 3, 4, or 5 weeks ago?
Our entire relationship, friendship, our whole summer.
Someone is out here with a walkie-talkie taking notes and talking to God knows who. What do you think is going on behind that fence?
Apparently a lot of following you around taking notes, which is unfucking believable, Henry.
Yeah, you're telling me. All right, I'm on my way to Wapiti Meadow. I'll let you know what I find.
Okay. There's got to be a reasonable explanation. Also, I'm gonna call around and see if anyone's had anything weird happen to them or seemed spooked. I don't want to make this bigger than it is yet, you know?
Yeah, understood.
Yeah, okay. Hike safe.
Ayo. I'm here, no trespassing.
All right, I'm here. Looks like goddamn Area 51.
Maybe they've got aliens. That'd be exciting.
Yeah, we'll see about that. And the gate is locked up, obviously.
Obviously.
I'll see if I can break in somehow.
All right. Be careful.
Henry, listen. Buddy.
Look, I'm not going to be able to get into this place.
Shit.
What do you mean?
I don't know how long I can dick around out here until someone notices.
Climb this tree.
God, if you were an actual firefighter, you'd have that gate down in 2 shakes. Hey, actually, those guys doing the controlled burn, they might be able to help.
Where are they?
Beyond Ruby River, there's a scout camp. They burned a line a few days ago that should let you hike right to them.
Well, that's great.
If they haven't left, they're probably the type of guys who would help you get through that fence.
No jumping. So, I guess that's where we will stop episode 1 of our probably 2, maybe 3-part series, but it's not going to be a super long one. Another one, a real short game, beautiful storytelling, deep emotional stuff with the dementia, and yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I really just enjoy it. It is very much like being out west. If you've never been, it is a pretty good representation of what it's like being out there, and like, you know, you see the dry grass. It's not green out here, out west, in a lot of places. Where we are right now is, fortunately, but where we just lived isn't. So you'll hear fire terms that are real fire terms. I don't know. I really enjoy it. I forgot most of the story, I guess, in the past year, 6 months, 7 months. So it's nice to basically just be able to refresh on it. So, but anyways, thanks for joining us. Hope y'all take care of yourselves. Take care of your mental health. Hope y'all doing little things to enjoy your days. You know, just little things to make you happy that are also healthy, I guess. Don't indulge in more vices to run away from your problems. So we all do that sometimes also. But hope you find productive, healthy ways to, you know, deal with stress and anxiety. And take steps to make your life a little easier for yourself. So, yeah. We'll talk to y'all in the next one. Take care of yourselves. Peace. Right, y'all.
Oh,
Bye.